Welcome to the MVP.
It's the Man's View Podcast.
You heard that boy, man. I think we stepped it up a little bit, man. We looking a little bit better. You heard?
We hope so. We gonna hope so for sure. You know what I'm saying? It's our first time with it, so y'all let us know in the comments and the feedback section. You know what I mean?
Man. I mean, we got different little angles on it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I got it like this so they can see our face because they need to know the seriousness of this episode. This episode, we're gonna review Coming to America Part 2. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're gonna do. We are gonna give our honest feedback. We're gonna give you the most in-depth review that you're gonna get on this side of the planet. Okay. I also got a couple things at the end, just to talk about, but they're not that important because Coming to America is my favorite movie of all time, and we have to talk about the sequel. Okay. So, book, first off, I think we should start with positives of the movie. I think that's what we should do. We should start with the positives. And I think you should go first, man. What kind of positive you want to start out with, man?
Well, in all seriousness, because you said that we're going to be real. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give you the most in-depth review of this movie possible. So I'm going to ask you one question. You thought it was that many positives in this movie? For me to have a list?
I watched it twice, so I have positives. Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Well, the most positive thing that I could say about this movie was that they had everybody from the first one in it in some sort of way, except for the mother. You know what I'm saying? The queen.
Well, she died though.
Yeah. So other than that, everybody was there, made a cameo that had memorable moments in part one. They brought them back in some fashion in part two. So with that being said, that's about as positive as I could be right now. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not gonna temper myself either. I'm gonna give it to y'all like it is. I'm gonna give you that real. And we just gonna go from there. So whether I agree, disagree, or that's what I'm gonna do. But my favorite thing was seeing these appearances from people who had an impact, you know, something that I laughed at in the first one, bringing them back around. Oh, the most positive thing, pardon me. The most positive thing was Tiana motherfucking Taylor. Even in her minimal role, oh my God, she was looking. So, yeah, she was on. She was on one. You know what I'm talking about? Or as they say, fleek. I like this word, fleek. Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know. Maybe as we go on, things that I thought was maybe you'll have some points to which it makes me, you know, feel the other way. But right now, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna hit you like this. I thought it was numerous positives to the movie. First off, you was absolutely right. You had my same first point that everybody pretty much came back, except the mother, and rest in peace because she died, and Lisa McDowell's sister. Where the hell was she at? I mean, she could have had a cameo in the movie.
She wasn't there.
She wasn't there. I understand which one, Daryl not being there, but where was Lisa McDowell's sister at? I don't understand why she was not in the movie. But that's
I didn't even think about it. I didn't catch that one. Good one.
That's more negative. Let's leave that alone. We go to keep on more positives. Okay. I think everybody. I like the costumes. I think all of the costumes as well made. They looked great throughout the whole movie. I like Leslie Jones' performance in the movie. I think Leslie Jones did a fantastic job. I think she stole a lot of the scenes that she was in. So shout out to Leslie Jones. You see how I'm getting a little thin right now.
The boy thin up top like me. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was about it. On the positive side of the game, yeah, they looked great. The people came back that was in there. I mean, okay.
Yeah, the visuals were there.
Yeah, the visuals was there. Okay. We pretty much, I think we got the same take on this movie. I mean, let's stop beating around the bush, man. Let's stop beating around the goddamn bush, because I had a long, extended conversation with brother AD about this damn movie, man.
Okay.
And it's a lot of stuff we got to talk about. I watched it twice because when I watched it the first time, I watched it in the vein of this is my favorite movie of all time. Do not mess up my favorite movie. And then when I sat back, I said, well, that wasn't fair to watch it in that realm. It's a whole totally different movie. It's not messing up the original. The original's still there. Let me watch it again. And let me watch it for the movie, just being a movie. And I watched it again, and I wasn't impressed. I think I was even less impressed the second time because I watched it as just being a movie and not being Coming to America Part 2. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get to you, but damn, I gotta rant a little bit.
Do your thing, nigga.
What I did not like, and I hope Eddie Murphy or somebody to see this, is I did not like that they did not bring the same feeling of the first movie into the second. They tried to corny it up and make all these little hokey ass jokes every 2 seconds. And it was like, the movie was made, I don't think, for us. I believe the movie was made for children. And I think the movie was made for younger people so they could try to fall in love with the movie. But the original wasn't made for children. The original was just made for people that like a love story. And if you grabbed onto it with the great story, you grabbed onto it. And I think they dropped the ball right there, man. They dropped the ball real big with trying to go for the laugh over telling a story. I think that was the main thing that I could not stand. It felt like watching one of those. It's hard to even compare it to a movie. Like Ace Ventura or some shit like that, man. I don't know. It just was like goofy shit was just happening. It was like, what? When they went over to Wesley Snipes' camp and the motherfuckers was shake weighting.
I didn't understand. Yeah.
I'm like, why is this in the movie? The original movie had funny moments in it, but it wasn't reaching for the funny. This was overly blank. This was overly reaching for the funny. And man, that's my biggest gripe on this movie. And it came off corny as hell. Book, how you feeling, man? How you feel about it? What I said?
Let me tell you like this. If I didn't have to watch this movie for a review, I'd have stopped within the first 30 minutes. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, to me, it was that. I don't want to call it bad, but it was that bad for me to watch that, knowing, how the first one was. Classic, undeniable. You know what I'm saying? The funny was just there. And like you said, man, it's like they tried to force feed it, push it down your throat, Paul. Like, it was just a whole lot of just unnecessary shit going on. I didn't like the story itself. You know what I mean? I get it. There was a different way that you probably could have captivated me if you spun it a certain way. Real shit, man. I be watching a lot of shows. I'm still on the show and the review of this movie. But I watch a lot of TV and shit is just fucking predictable.
Did not predict it last week? Did not predict what happened?
Shit is predictable. I'm talking about from I knew who this nigga was gonna be with as soon as he sat down to get a fucking haircut. Because her role she had too many lines at the beginning. Okay, too many lines for you not to be somebody important. All right. So I had already solved that piece of the puzzle right there. Okay. I'd rather it wouldn't been a situation, you know, even though like the scene part, like you said, Leslie Jones stealing it, what she was doing with the candle. What she said, pumpkin or some shit like that. Yeah, like I thought that was, you know what I'm saying? I was like, she's stupid, you know what I'm saying? But even though that was a good part of, you know, the movie, as far as like that I could laugh on, I didn't like that was the story. I'd have preferred, you know, he had actually done something, you know what I'm saying? Did not realize he had got a woman pregnant. And then the woman showed up in Zamunda saying, hey, we got some things, anything like that. You see what I'm saying? Or not to bring darkness and gloom to it, but even if she was like, you know, on her deathbed or anything like that, she was about to pass and sent a note or something, said, hey, I just want to let you know, we was only together one time, something though.
Check this. This. I had this concept a long time ago. Kind of the same thing. He had a son, but who his son was from one of the bathers. Because he was like, when the dad said, you don't sleep with your bathers? Because I do. You know, remember on the first one? Okay. It could have been a bather that, you know what I'm saying? Her dad just like, nah, you ain't mess up the royal bloodline. I'm sending your ass to America. And then he went to go get his son. I think that could have been a little bit more seriouser, and it could have been a little bit between him. He could have had more, instead of him getting date raped. I mean, I think that would have been a better concept than, I don't know. But I think the bathers would have been good. They just tried too hard to push Leslie Jones in this movie to fuck Prince Akeem. It didn't make sense to me.
So like even with that story, like I would have wrote it a different way. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have made it as apparent or blatantly obvious. So those were some of the things that I didn't like. You know, I applaud the up and coming dominant cast of African American actors. You know what I'm saying? For those of you who haven't watched The Old Guard, you know, that's his daughter in there. She did a great job. I loved it. Loved, you know, her role. Around with the youngest, the middle to the oldest. They were all on point with their roles of who they were supposed to be within the movie. Like none overshadowed the other one. You know what I mean? They all shine individually. So I'm hoping that, you know, going forward that these Black actresses, you know what I'm saying, they get more, you know, prominent roles and more, you know, saying opportunities, you know, forthcoming. I didn't like the son. Personally and professionally, I didn't enjoy him as an actor. All right.
Hey.
He felt like, it's like, you know how Chris Rock is Chris Rock, not Chris Rock. Yeah. Chris Tucker. I'm sorry. So Chris Tucker is Chris Tucker, right? And then the remix would be who? DC Young Fly. It was kind of like that, but he didn't have a Chris Tucker to go off of. He was just DC Young Flyish, and like that's hard to you know accept. Even when DC Young Fly first burst on the scene, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, dog, you trying to be like somebody I know. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who is heralded as one of the top-notch actors and comedians in this line of business. I thought he didn't blend well for me. You know what I mean?
See, I didn't have as much problem with him.
No, you didn't?
Nah.
I ain't like Rodamai, however you say his name. I thought he was gonna be the son. The way this nigga was on IG talking about, yeah, I'm in the movie. I'm thinking, okay, bro, you got a big role. You was just Dre on Ghost, nigga. You doing?
You talking about Ro Timmy? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The butterscotch nigga, Nigerian prince or whatever he called himself on IG when he get the, you know, the Noxzema all on the face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what? You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, come on, man. Like, I would have preferred him to be that. You know what I'm saying? It would have been a little bit better for my taste. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least I know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know this other nigga. Let him be Wesley Snipes' son. You know what I'm saying? But And that nigga just came in with a look like, and then exit. Like, I don't even know if that nigga had 5 lines, bro. You was just sitting there. I don't know. Man, there's a lot of goofy shit, unnecessary stuff. It didn't digest well to me, man. Like, even now, I'm just like, boy, I'm hoping that I did not enjoy this movie, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's not something that like I said, in the first 30 minutes, I wanted to turn it off. And I don't know how I made it through the hour and 45 minutes it was, but by the grace of God, I got through it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was about it, man. Like, I didn't really. My first laugh out loud, like Leslie Jones with the pumpkin and the candle shit, I laughed, but it was like, but I didn't like laugh. I didn't get one of those throughout the whole movie until my boy was there and they brought out Sexual Chocolate. You know what I'm talking about? And he got up and he was doing a little dance and he was like, that boy good. Like, I swear to God, I laughed so fucking hard. I watched it like 5 times, back to back to back, just that part. I just kept rewinding. You know what I'm saying? And I just thought it was funny every single time. Wesley Snipes, man, if I could actually say somebody did a fucking phenomenal job that I didn't think would, he was funny to me, man. He did his, for me, that nigga did his thing, bro. From the way he walked in, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga had a whole dance choreography set. Like, yo, this nigga was on one, bro. This nigga was on one all game, all movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I enjoyed. I think Wesley Snipes was the strongest out of everybody who was on the fucking scene. That's just me, man. I don't know. McFlurby. Get the fuck out of here.
I got a couple things. One thing I wasn't feeling on the movie was the house. I know it was Rick Ross's house.
Oh, he was in there too. Yeah. Made a little cameo.
Made no sense. His whole cameo made no sense. He was like, oh, I heard the king brought a son back. And then at the end of the movie, he got a crown on. If you seen it in the party at the wedding, he got a crown on. I'm like, why does he have a crown on? He's not a king of anything. It makes no sense. But if y'all was paying attention, y'all see him. He in the back. He in the end of the movie. He was like, where Wesley Snipes told him, well, we don't have to kill each other now. And Rick Ross and Michael Blackson right there. Rick Ross got a crown on. Made no sense to me at all. What a little part I liked about the movie was I was talking about the house. The house. Sometimes it looked like a castle and sometimes it looked like a house, like in certain scenes. They didn't dress it up good enough. And you can see the house part of
in the back. When they was walking in the back and it was him again and the barberess. I'm gonna call it barberess. I don't like to say beautician. I like barberess. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a barber. She's a barberess, just like an actor and an actress. I'm coining that word. Use my shit.
I'm don't call actress no more. There's no more actress. It's just actor.
Everybody's an actor. Okay, well, hey,
you might not want to coin that.
Well, no, I'm calling you barberess. Barberess is beautiful. Like that's what it is, man. Like, I don't want to call you a beautician because you don't make everybody beautiful. Okay, so I'm just gonna call you a barberess. Okay, so when he was outside walking with the barbers, and you know, it looked like they was at Uncle Phil's house. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looked like that, you know, at ease. Like, and they like, nah, man, I get exactly what you're talking about, though. Like, I get it exactly. A lot of shit just looked glued and pasted together.
And then when they came in the Royal Palace, it was like, we know what the Royal Palace looked like from the first one. It didn't get shorter. When them girls came in dancing in the first movie, that wasn't the same amount of room that they had when they came in with old girl. That wasn't it. They ran from around the corner and came through that, and not the palace then shrunk. I didn't like that shit. I was like, you can't do it like we didn't watch the first one. You know what I'm saying? Like,
remember the time type cap. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't like some of that, the aesthetics, but the main part is that story, man. I'm not mad at old dude, the one that played the son, is because that's what he had to work with, man. He did the best he possibly could do with that. And then they tried to put too many superstars in this goddamn movie. I mean, they tried to make every last person in here. They didn't have no extras. Everybody was somebody. Like, everybody can have a moment, man. Like, come on, bro. That shit was aggravating. Like, I wasn't mad at Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan played his part good to me. I think he did a good job. But it was too many. Rotimi should not have been in this movie. Like, he was so goofy, it ain't make no sense. It was just not a great story, and let me not say a great story, because if they would have executed it right, it would have been straight. They didn't execute it right. And they made Lisa McDowell an afterthought on the movie. She was, I mean, I'm glad she had more talking lines than I thought she was gonna have, but they kind of like they demoted her to his mama. Like, his mama only had a couple lines in the first one. That's who she was.
Yeah.
So by all means, I'm not mad at the movie. It's something that, okay, I'm gonna have my daughter sit down and watch. She might like it. I think it's more.
Think there was language like that in there.
It wasn't that bad. Except for the dude getting up from Leslie Jones from taking a bath. That's about it. But other than that, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna let her watch it. Maybe she might like it, because I think that's what it's geared towards. And I think it was geared towards the younger people, man. It had all the little kids in there. It was, you know what? Kenya Burris wrote on it and directed it. You know what Kenya Burris is? He did Blackish, Grownish.
She's there.
What you say?
She's from there.
No, he did. Kenya Barris is a guy.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay. My apologies.
He had that Black as Fuck on Netflix. That's his name. But he had that Black as Fuck on Netflix. I think it's Black AF. But he made Coming to America like a black. He made it like a sitcom, and I think they picked the wrong person to do the movie. I mean, I blame him. I don't blame Eddie. I don't blame Arsenio. I blame Kenya Burris, because I seen what Eddie Murphy do. Y'all can say what y'all want, but Eddie Murphy makes some good ass movies. I love Eddie Murphy movies. You know what I'm talking about? Dolomite just came out. Love that shit. I even love shit like 1,000 Words or 100 Words. I forgot the name of that movie. Where he don't have so many words.
Leaves keep falling. Yep.
Yes.
I know what you're talking about that.
Movie. Great.
A lot of people didn't like this movie, but I thought I enjoyed it. It was about is it? White boy with the nose. Doug Martin? Is that his name?
Yeah, Doug Martin.
Okay, so Doug Martin, he's in it.
I know you're talking about.
They trying to make a movie called Chubby Rain.
Yes.
I like that movie too. You know what I'm saying? Like, he played like a little geek or whatever. But I like that movie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it was okay. I wasn't mad at it.
I don't really not like Eddie Murphy movies, like you said, man. I thoroughly enjoy them, but this one is literally at the bottom for me, man. Like,
yes.
Yeah, I didn't like it, man. I
love Eddie Murphy movies, man. Holy Man, people didn't fuck with that. I love Holy Man. I thought that was a good ass movie. The movie you talking about, I know what you're talking about, because I know I seen it yesterday. Damn. But it was good.
We got Google. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I'm about to find this damn movie. This shit irritating me, brother. Yeah, I know, and I'm like, that's what it was. Something so simple. Watch. I already know it.
I'm mad. I know the name of this damn movie. But
Bowfinger.
Bowfinger. There we go.
Thank you. Yeah.
There we go. Good at.
I'm looking at the list of his catalog right now. Like, 1,000 Words was that movie.
Like that.
Bro, I like all this shit, man. Like, all the ones that Yeah,
this had to be one of the worst for him. And I think what he was trying to do is he was trying to skate the line of not being offensive. Because back in the day, maybe you could have some, it's a little different culture nowadays. So you can have as much stuff on there, and you got to make sure you don't skirt the line, because people are going to get mad and angry or whatever. I don't. Yeah, it was just it went too safe. But Arsenio and Eddie, to me, I still like them together. Even when they was on screen together, I liked it. It just
I just wish they didn't take so long to come out with it, man.
Yeah, and that's what killed it too, because it took so long, and then that's what we got after it was said and done.
30 years, give or take.
Yeah, it took too long. Yeah, but I'm glad it came out. I'll probably watch it again just to see what's up. Hopefully, this one of the movies that grow on me, that maybe down the line I could say I didn't like it. I mean, I didn't like it when it came out, but I like it now. I doubt it just because of how corny it was, man. It was like they made a spoof of Coming to America, directed by the Wayans. You know what I'm saying? It's like a Marlon Wayans spoof production of Coming to America. I ain't like that shit, man. I thought it was too many jokes. It wasn't enough heart to it. It was nice just seeing them. So I say, hey, I got the nostalgic feel. You brought everybody back. How the hell is the barber still in there? I don't understand. They older than the goddamn king. Like,
nigga. I don't know, man. Hey, I don't know. I don't know.
It's some things you can't remember.
All of them was there. Like literally all of them. You know what, man? Even though it's Arsenio sitting in that chair, the last barber that's always eating something.
Yeah.
You remind me of Adrian. I don't know why, but when I look at him, I see AD for real. Not because he's eating something. Don't take it like that. I could see that being you more than I could see Cedric Entertainer being you in barbershop.
Yeah.
All you do is spin records. Yeah, that's what you say. But you remind me of Arsenio in that shit. You know what I'm talking about? That's that part right there. You know what I'm saying? But that, you know, Eddie saved that scene because the scene itself was trash. I didn't like that scene at all anyway. So I'm like, the first place you go is to the barbershop. Like how they just out of everywhere in Queens, how them niggas know. Well, when he came, they was talking about the bird and all that, you know what I'm talking about. But I'm just like, dog, like, I don't know, man. But when he walked out after he, you know, said what he said, and boys, oh, yeah, I had a case of the bowels and I had to make an emergency step. You know what I'm saying? He then was like, when he said, he's like, I got a dog named King. That's Adrian, I'm telling you. But then he was like, who the fuck he talking to? You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought that was funny, but nigga, he was already gone. But you know how niggas get popped on, and then when niggas leave, they talk tough. Like, who the fuck you think he talking to like that? Like, I thought that was funny. You know what I'm saying? So I needed some more lines from a white Eddie Murphy. You know what I'm talking about? Like I said, I didn't get from him. God, that's nice. What is it, velvet? I didn't get it.
He did it.
He did.
At the very end, you got to watch the credits. After the credits, he do it.
Oh, I didn't know. When them credits hit, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna give them another stream because I gotta see that. I gotta see that. Boy, that's my spot right there, man. And I'll tell you, man, I like shit like that. Like people, you know, they focus on the bigger, more theatrical parts. Me, I find them little subtle gems. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I swear, that boy good. Like, I love shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. And this time he got up and was dancing with it. Like, I didn't mind. Last time they was just in the fucking theater or, you know, in the church or wherever they was, just sitting there eating chicken and stuff. And you know what I'm saying? Like, this way, that boy good. Like, he's doing the same, man. I like that. I like shit like that, man. So I don't know, man. But overall, I just
like, don't get me wrong. If I had to, it had funny moments. It's just not the greatest movie of that. It's not something that I would think of coming from Eddie Murphy. Out of 10, what do you give this movie? Out of 10,
all the way to 10. You might want to.
Let's do 5. Let's do 5. Out of 5.
It don't look a little like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get a niggas 2.5.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, that's just halfway, man. Like I would say a 3 is neutral, but 2.5 out of 5 just means, you know, you good either way, whether you do, whether you don't. To me, Even though I know 3, it goes 1, 2, 3 is in the middle, 4 or 5. But half of 5 for me is 2.5. So I'm gonna just go 2.5.
I'm gonna go 3, just because it was cool and it made me smile sometimes just to see the original cast, the original characters, the nostalgia. I give it that. I give it a
My
3.
name is Peaches, and I'm the best on the DJ
that
to fill my breath.
They should get. I should take a point off for that shit. That was just overkill. They never partied with fucking what you call it. It was like stop grabbing everybody. Like that was. They didn't need that. I didn't like Salt and Pepper and In Vogue in that motherfucker at the beginning.
I didn't understand that either. I didn't mind Gladys Knight. Gladys Knight.
Man, I did not need. I'm leaving on a midnight train to Zamunda. I did not need that shit, man. Bro, y'all, it was tripping, man. Like even if I was Gladys Knight and I was in Vogue and I was Salt and Pepper, even I've been like, y'all sure y'all want me to come do this? Like, and then Gladys Knight singing. Gladys Knight singing, he was like, okay, I can die now. I'm going to die now. I was like, I thought he was gonna open his eyes up and be clowning or something. This nigga just died. Like, okay, I guess.
With a smile on his face. With a smile on his face. We're not happy, but I didn't understand. Like, you can't have Morgan Freeman in there because he wasn't Morgan Freeman like as the guest. Maybe he was.
He was supposed to be
Maybe
Morgan.
he was playing himself. Okay. I thought he was supposed to be from Zamunda too, because I'm like, brother, why you ain't got no accent, man?
Now, he was being himself because, you know, it was a play on he always narrating everything. So it was like that. He was narrating the funeral. So that's what we had on that, man. Book gave it a 2.5. I gave it a 3. You know what I'm saying? Just off nostalgia purposes only. And a couple people did, I think, a fair, all right job. So I don't want to penalize them for that. The story, I blame Kenya Barris again. Once I heard that Kenya Barris was behind it, I said, that's why it's like this. Okay, I understand. It's more catered to the kids, to the youth, more family oriented. We didn't need a family oriented coming to America. I'm good.
I'll tell you this, man. Let me give you this correlation, people. I know France has seen this movie. Okay. This line of writing in this movie was worse than, y'all ready for this? I don't know if y'all ready for this. Was worse than The Happening. For those of you who have not seen The Happening, I believe I'm saying the right name. It's Mark Wahlberg's movie, directed by M. Night Shyamalan. It's with the plants and the grass and the trees, sucking all the oxygen out of the world and killing niggas or some shit like that, or giving off these pheromones and killing people. But nobody knows how people are going crazy and dying or whatever the case is. It's the plants. You got to get away from the plant. That was the stupidest motherfucking movie I ever seen in my life. Now, that still holds the title as the stupidest motherfucking movie I ever seen in my life. Even Sharknado and all them other movies, them sci-fi joints that I just be like, I don't know why I'm watching this, but it's just so bad, it's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? That was just a piss poor movie. Okay? But the writing in that, it rivals what I experienced in here because I expected more. I'll say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as the correlation is, it just did not make any sense. That's what I'll say. When you compare the writing styles, like, how are plants upset and killing people? Just like it just didn't make no sense. So that's what I'm gonna say about it, man. I don't know if you just for nostalgia reasons. You know, I know everybody who's seen Coming to America has already probably watched it, obviously. Well, by now you've already watched it if you're a Coming to America fan. You see what I'm saying? This is Coming to America. So I just, yeah, man, that's that. Yeah.
I got a couple people. I made a quick list of sequels because they said, well, the sequel is never as good as the original movie. So I made a couple notes of some movies. They was like, well, you know, it's hard to make sequels. I'm like, well, I think that's false equivalent. We got The Dark Knight. That was better than The Dark Knight Rises. We got Terminator 2. Most people don't even remember Terminator 1. You know what I'm saying? We got Thor Ragnarok. Way better than the original Thor. I got Bad Boys 2. I like Bad Boys 2 better than Bad Boys 1. I got Back to the Future. I like all the Back to the Futures was dope. Lethal Weapon 2 was dope. I got Pirates of the Caribbean.
Them joints is fire. People be sleeping on those. I didn't think I would like them. I love them shits, man.
Pirates of the Caribbean was cold. And the best, one of the best sequels of all time of any movie was Sister Act 2. And I believe
very true.
That was a quick list just off the top of the dome that I had made. Like people saying, nah, sequels ain't. No, they got a lot of movies that the sequel is better than the original. This one just didn't hit that mark. So shout out to Eddie, shout out to Arsenio Hall, shout out to everybody that was in this movie. I still love seeing you guys, but I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't the best work I think you could have made. And I will accept if you take a year, write another script, and come out with it again. Come out with another Coming to America 2. I'll take it again. Don't make it 3, make it 2. Coming to America 2. Just do it again. It's fine. We act like this one didn't happen. I'm cool with that. Okay. On to the next topic. I don't have too much things, but I got to touch on some things before we get up out of here. But you got anything before we leave on Coming to America? Want to put a stamp in there?
Man, I didn't. I didn't even get one of those, man. I can't even be happy with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even get an Eddie Murphy laugh in there, bro. Like how you don't do the laugh, man? It's iconic. Like it's timeless. How you don't throw that in there? But it's cool. I
guess he kinda did it, but yeah, it wasn't the same.
He ain't do that thing, bro.
It wasn't.
I'm good on that though. I'm good on that.
Okay. Well, I gotta talk to you guys, man. There's a couple things that happened, man. I've still been following Breonna Taylor's case, man. What's going on with that? Kenneth Walker, her boyfriend, all the charges was dismissed on him. So I thought that was pretty good. I just want to make sure I say something about that. Let's see what else I got. Did you see All-Star Weekend? It was last week. Did you see all the people out there at All-Star Weekend?
Outside?
Yeah, it was outside.
I didn't see outside.
Well,
I like stuff on AFN over here, so they don't they give me AFN commercials, which is Armed Forces Network. Yeah, I see shit like that about what to do when you're moving, and dumb shit.
Well, over at All-Star Weekend, man, they had a couple things, man. A couple girls. They was I don't know if you call it violating or what, man. You know what I'm saying? But it just didn't seem correct. One girl said she went to All-Star Weekend, went to Atlanta, and got stuck out in Atlanta with $400. She only brought $400. She said she was waiting on a check in order to get back, so she made a GoFundMe and asked people to help her to get back home from Tatin. So I thought that was a little crazy. You go out to Atlanta with $400 and you can't make it back. That was a bad decision. I just wanted to make sure we just said that was a bad decision.
You thought you was gonna get snatched up by a baller.
Exactly.
Yeah, go ahead.
That wasn't even one of the ones you go to get that kind of treatment, because they're on the bubble. But I do have something that I want you to see real quick. Let's see if I can play this.
I found him. They found us. The bitches in the U-Haul.
Did you see that?
The fuck? It was in a U-Haul truck?
The hotels was booked out in Atlanta during All-Star. So what they did was they rented a U-Haul and put a blow-up match in the back.
Man,
Let me play it one more time just in case you missed it. It's two different videos. One girl getting out the back of it, and there's another girl. They rolled up on her and I
found him. They found us. The bitches in the U-Haul.
The one on the right with the girl was getting out the U-Haul truck. That was the original video, and then the second one on the left was they rolled up on the girls in the U-Haul. I guess they got kind of famous because they rented a U-Haul instead of an apartment. Instead of a hotel room.
So how you wash your ass?
Aha.
Now you watch your ass. You out here getting beautified, but you got that stank ass. All right.
Aha. Where's the soap? Where's the soap?
Okay.
Hey.
All right then.
I thought it was just worth bringing it up, man. Thought worth bringing it up to have that topic, man. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I don't want to talk about nothing else, man. You got anything before we get up out of here, man?
Nah, man. I'm straight solid.
No problem. I just wanted to get those things.
24-hour shift up in this bitch, man.
Yeah, I know you got to get to work. So let's go and end this thing off right. I wanted to show you that because I know you girls in that U-Haul truck, man. I was like, but got to see this. You want? Wait, we closing out. You want to tell the people anything before we get out there?
Nah, I'm straight.
I was gonna put you on the wire too, man. You don't want to tell them nothing? You on the screen by yourself, man. Come on. Tell the people something.
Man, tell them something. Hey, man, I'm going to just tell y'all something that y'all need to hear that you don't already know, but you've been listening to forever. We appreciate everything that you have tuned in and supported us with. We just hope to keep delivering that dope-ass motherfucking content for you all, you motherfuckers, to consume. So just make sure y'all go out there, subscribe to the page. If this is your first time, subscribe to the page. It only gets better. You know what I'm talking about? Like, we consecutively do sequels, okay? So every episode we put out, the next one's going to be better than the last one. Even though you won't have your favorite, it's still going to be better. You see what I'm saying? So we just going to keep doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, I got a little age. I'm sorry, the camera. I don't know what side I'm on, but that's that wisdom right there. I wouldn't lie to you, okay? I wouldn't lie to you. Tune in, subscribe, love, like, share, enjoy.
There we go. Yeah. There we go, my nigga. I ain't had to do nothing. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in, man. It's been the MVP. Peace. Till next week. Yeah.
Right on.
Pray for me. Pray for book. Do everything I